Well, welcome to The Real in Real Estate with
Mel
and Jennifer. This week we're going to start and talk about title.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about title this week as we are featuring all the moving parts in real estate. So anything beyond buyer, seller, and realtor, there are other pieces, obviously lender, home inspection, title. We're going to talk with those various people and get a feel for their job throughout the transaction.
Yeah, and today we are lucky enough to have a real title officer, and his name is Rick, and Mel is going to interview him today.
Hey guys, it's Mel here. We are with Rick from Title Guarantee here in Utah. He's going to go over some great basics that we need to know about title and their process in the home buying, timeline. So here we go with Rick. What should we know? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. A little about myself. I've done this for a long time, 20 plus years now, all here in the Salt Lake Valley, and it's quite a business. I enjoy it. You may not realize as a buyer that there's a lot that goes on with title behind the scenes. From the minute you sign a contract, we're going to start working. We search the property, we search you, we search your seller, we search court records, we deal with anything that might be a legal issue in your transaction. So while we start early on in the process, you may not see us till the closing table.
Okay, makes sense. And when it comes to title, their job is very important, just so everyone knows. You really don't see them a lot, but they are like the FBI in the process, because they have to make sure that what you are buying is sound, it's a good investment, there's no liens, there's no problems or hiccups that are going to prevent you from having a clean title and owning your home and being able to sell it later on as well. So
that's fair. In a lot of the other states in our great country, you have to be a licensed attorney to practice title or escrow. In Utah, we're specialized in that we don't have to have a law degree or a license, but a legal license. We do have to have a license from the state of Utah, and we're performing an important service for you. We guarantee that those funds we handle are handled effectively and that they're secure. We guarantee the transaction. We ensure that when a new buyer signs and deposits their money, that they do in fact own that property. If we've missed something or if there's a legal issue, we're responsible. So we do play a critical role.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And when it comes to title as well, they're very in tune in talking with your lender. So they're working very hard, and a lot of things, even as a realtor, the lender in title talk a lot more than I do actually with title in most cases, because they're preparing everything, together that needs to be signed for your mortgage, that the mortgage company needs to make sure that the loan is protected, because that's kind of part of what title does. The mortgage company wants to make sure that they're not giving you money on a property that is not clean. So it's very important that title is doing their job and communicating with them as well.
Yeah. So you and a lender, Mel, would kick off a transaction by getting a buyer pre-qualified and signing a contract, making an offer. But once that offer is accepted on a property, we begin our work. We search the property, we search individuals, we search every possible legal area where we might find an issue. And that issue might be an issue for you, the buyer, because you want to make sure that you can build that garage in your backyard, or that fence line between you and your neighbor is in the correct place. These kind of things show up on title. So your lender may question us as a title company about anything they see on title. It might be that there's a right-of-way, or maybe there's an HOA, or you're part of a certain community that has guidelines and regulations we call CC&Rs. There's all sorts of things that a lender might come back to us and want more information on.
Great. Okay, so is there anything that you can think of that a buyer should know? Or a seller, I should say, either party.
That's fair. I would want a buyer and or a seller to trust the professionals, meaning know that as a title company, we are professionals. We do this every day. We are going to do our job, and we will request certain information from you to do our job. We'll need some identifying information. Maybe it's your date of birth or the last four of your social security number. We might have a question about the property that you're buying or selling that we need some direction on. We will do our job to make sure that the transaction's handled correctly and the title transfers and that both parties are aware of everything they need to know.
Great. And just so everyone is clear, your escrow officer, your title company, in most states is where you're going to go to close on the property and settle, as we say, which just means that that's when you go and sign everything. And they are once they have those signed documents, they are the ones who actually process the sale and record the deed with the county. And they give your realtor a nice little text message that says it's official and that the house is yours. So they really have a very crucial part in the process, because without them, they kind of seal the deal.
Yeah. We're definitely going to carry that ball across the finish line for you.
Right.
Across the touchdown line. We handle all the funds at the very end. We do record the transaction on the county records, which is what transfers ownership. So that is the last item when you guys are finalizing your transaction is we will take care of that funding and recording. And yeah, that's when we let you know, Mel, that it's a done deal and you start taking care of keys and possession.
Yeah, that's the fun part, right?
For sure.
Everyone looks forward to that part.
For sure.
So, well, it's been great chatting with you today, Rick. I think that we've been over some really great basics, and hopefully people have a better understanding of what title does in our industry and how that affects you as a home buyer or seller. And if you have any other questions or things that you guys can think of, please let me know, and we'll go ahead and focus on that on a future segment. Thanks so much. Have a great day, Rick.
You too.
Well, that was a great interview with Rick. There was a lot of things that I didn't know, even as a real estate agent, of the many things that go on behind the scenes. I knew a lot of those, but he got gave us very good information.
I agree, because most people, like Jennifer and I have talked about before, as a realtor, I'm ashamed to say I do interact with title, but my title company does such a great job that I don't have to talk to them that much. So learning even more detail of what they do and how they impact the transaction is awesome.
Yes, and that's why we wanted to share that with you, so that you would be and feel more secure when you purchase a property or sell a property, that your title will be clean and that you will be able to proceed with the purchase or sale of your property. So thanks for tuning in this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you have any other questions, as always, please post them below and we'll try to feature them on a future segment.
Great. Thanks.
Have a good day.
See ya.